Yeah, I guess it does allow them to play with a little bit of pace. I can see the idea of a lot of people being quite low in this game for the Bloodseeker to really utilize that massive amount of thirst that he can start building up. But I would like to see the idea behind this Bloodseeker pick, whether or not it was just to really stop Fnatic from going for a core Queen of Pain, just because, the Rupture is quite hard for her to deal with. Same with the Puck is quite hard to deal with. Even the Grimstroke and the Tiny, to a certain extent, can deal quite well with the Quap. So probably just trying to move Fnatic away from that Queen of Pain and push themselves into a position where they have to have some other type of mid laner for Fnatic, because right now it really, I guess it kind of does between the Clockwork and the Queen of Pain about whether or not which one of them will be the core for now. Core or support as well.
So what are they hoping to go here on Fnatic to round out their draft? I think that's a really wise ban, getting rid of the Troll Warlord. With a Bloodseeker, you kind of want to make them standard fight, and Troll doesn't really care all too much about that. Same sort of thing with the Monkey King, I suppose, but you're a bit more vulnerable from getting 100 to 0 bursted when compared with the Troll Warlord. So I think it's something that they could be considering, but still need to be a little bit cautious if they do opt to go down that road.
Mm-hmm. Well, the final ban here for Fnatic. What do they need for Neon? An offlaner?
Mm-hmm.
Guess the Tiny could be an offlane for them.
Yep, they're getting rid of the Veno though.
Yeah.
I mean, it leads me to believe that maybe it is this monkey that they want, right? You don't want to have your movement in team fights disrupted all too much. You've already got the Puck and the Bloodseeker that are going to be hindering it. I mean, the Tiny Toss in combination with the Dream Coil is always going to be great. Yeah, just to affect your healing in such a big way is very bad for an MK. They've already got rid of the Alchemist, and they've gotten rid of... Well, they've got the Chen on their side as well, and the DK, I suppose.
Yeah. Would have been quite nice.
Death Prophet still in the pool, but I don't know if that's the go.
I feel like that hero has fallen out of favor quite a lot, right? Like the Death Prophet, she hasn't really gotten that many changes to her, maybe a few number tweaks here and there, but I really feel like that she's fallen out quite a bit. I guess the changes to Spirit Vessel really do hinder her quite a lot, but Yule Scepter is always good, but then you've always got the Shadow Demon that's always in your back pocket, so that hero can quite counter the Death Prophet pretty easily, so I can kind of see why I think Ursa is the pickup here. Into a Bloodseeker.
Into a Bloodseeker, it's a little bit of a worry, but you do have that Enrage that's going to reduce the duration of the Rupture. If you get it off at the right time, you can use it and then just pop out of the Dream Coil as well and not be too affected by it. So it's not the worst, and you're going to have your team enabling you as well.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's like one of those situations where if you can absorb the Rupture, then it means heroes like the Queen of Pain and the Dragonite can get a little bit more done in these team fights. They don't have to worry about being hindered so much, whereas, as you said, the Ursa, if he gets the Enrage off for the proper time, or even enraging when he's taking a decent amount of the damage, it could be okay for him to deal with it in these team fights. So I don't see it as the worst hero they could have picked, but it's going to work out for them, it feels like, because I've been seeing this Ursa hero come back more and more now, especially with this Battle Fury build. It just comes out, you can farm so quickly with it, you've got a decent amount of regen as well, and you can scale quite well because that hero gets very, very scary with a few items. So see how this Ursa works out here for Fnatic. And now in Esports, they need to have their final response here. I feel like they need an offlaner. Maybe a good aura builder.
They could also just go another mid and throw this Tiny into the Pos 4 role. Storm Spirit's kind of okay if you're able to get on top of the Queen of Pain or the Chen before the team fight starts.
Pugna.
Okay. Something a little different from Neon. I'm liking it. I suppose that maybe their drafting style has changed a little bit now that they're playing with Rappy instead of Raging Potato. So we'll see how they go. Yeah, they do toss the Tiny onto that Pos 4 instead. Yopaj is going to be playing the Puck.
Scamping
and
out the
Ice
blood.
Ice Ice.
Well...
Yeah, he's gone 3.
Alright, so yeah, we'll be Queen of Pain on Ice Ice Ice. 23 Savage will be picking up that Ursa as usual. And Moon picking up Dragonite. I've been seeing him play that decent amount. We'll see how it works. What's Neon? So Pugna 3?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that allows them to play quite scary. You know, the decrep into Avatos combo can be quite scary for an Ursa pre-level 6. Even a Chen as well. So Jabs has to be very, very careful to be caught out of position here.
Yeah, I suppose they've got good teamfight initiation. It's annoying to play into this Pugna super early on into the game. You know, with 23 Savage going the Ursa build, now that you've got the Earth Shock, you want to be spamming that out a whole lot more, so you can essentially just place the Nether Ward into the trees on the side. Even just one level is fine, and essentially means that his mana regen is disrupted in a fair way. And even if you put a lot of attention to get rid of it, it gives like 20, 25 gold, so it's not really worth the time investment.
Mm-hmm. That is true. We'll see how it does go here for Fnatic. Who you picking, Danog? Who are you picking after this in this first one? You've been 100% right so far.
No, I wasn't right in that last game of the last series. Nah.
I thought you said Geek Fan for the last one.
Nah, I said Boom. I still stand by the fact that Boom's draft was stronger, but Geek Fam just out-executed them. But this time around, just because I haven't seen too much of Rappy playing with Neon in recent times, it's been a lot more with Raging Potato. I just got to go with Fnatic because they're the stable roster. They made quick work of Reality Rift yesterday, and well, we saw with Geek Fam, who the team that knocked Fnatic down to the lower bracket, they're the ones waiting in the grand finals. So clearly it's a strong team. So I'm feeling Fnatic this one.
And we'll see if Fnatic can pull this out here up against Neon Esports. This is the first game of the lower bracket round 3, everybody. So winner of this will be going up against Boom Esports. Loser of this, unfortunately, will be going out of the tournament and not be with us anymore. So we'll see who comes out on top here between Fnatic and Neon Esports.
Feels a little bad for the people going out. Basically, the only big surprise of this tournament so far, since god damn, that's a lot of chat lines. Since the group stage ended, was Adroit being knocked out by Reality Rift. But other than that, the top 4 teams of the competition have been the ones that were in the upper brackets. So business as usual, and Fnatic will see if they're able to continue their lower bracket run, or if they'll be knocked out by the plucky up-and-comers coming from Neon.
Ice has a bold Queen of Pain. Oh, well, Ice looks like he's probably going to be losing his life. The toss. Oh, they almost got the Inkswell stun off on that. Ice with the blink away, keeps himself alive. That could have been bad. Ice going straight away there, just walking up to the high ground. So,
is that just the portrait that's bald, or the actual hero?
It's just the portrait that's bald. So I was trying to get it to look bald for everybody else in chat, but Ice's quap is just bald right now.
I don't know what's going on with that. I had that bug the other day. She has hair for me. She's
I don't know.
Not Boomer quap.
Boomer, this Galaxy Brain quap. Look at the size of her skull, dude. Skull's huge.
I can't see it.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, everyone in Twitch chat can see it. So Twitch chat, you guys get to see how Gigabrain Ice is, but I want to see how this Clockwork and Queen of Pain lane goes. They've got a lot of kill potential, and they can put a lot of abuse onto this Bloodseeker as well. Especially if Skem's not thinking all too much about his Blood Rage, he has to be very, very careful with how he uses it, because the Queen of Pain can quite easily harass him when he's just trying to get that free regen out.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Moon minds this mid lane all too much. Yopaj, he's going to be pressured out a little bit more than he's used to, I'm sure. Just from the easy sustain potential from this Dragon Knight. Could be the best style of hero to actually play against Yopaj, who's always trying to make the big plays happen.
Yeah, that is true. We'll see if Yopaj can pull this out on the puck. As you said, the Dragon Knight shouldn't have all too many troubles up against the puck. Yeah, you might cop a little bit of damage from a Waning Rift spam here and there and an Orb spam here and there, but you have to be very, very mindful that the Dragon Knight will be able to shrug off almost all of it.
Just with this item build that he's gone as well, the early Gauntlets of Strength, he's gone into a couple of braces, you would assume, and he's going to be able to tank up a lot of this magic damage that's going to be coming out from Neon. Basically all magic except for the Bloodseeker.
And it's true, Bloodseeker seems to be the only physical damage they have. You know, maybe Tiny could have done it in alternate universe, but you know, the way the Tinies are done now, it's not really the way that it goes, so... Ice is going to continue to spam on the bottom side here up against Skem, who's 8-2 up against
Jabs is in a bit of trouble up top here.
Yeah, looks like he's getting caught out. A few more auto attacks, and they do get it done there. Play hard. Finally, with the auto attack there on the Tiny, they do catch it out. 23 Savage, he's already used the Earth Shock, so he has to be very, very careful. Playhard's going to try and get out on top of him. Avalanche on the toss with the Nether Blast. So that will be a tiny second kill there.
Yeah, good communication coming through there from Neon. He didn't have enough experience for the... Oh, are they going for a kill? No, nothing on bottom. They didn't have enough experience to level him up to level 2 just yet, even with the first blood kill. So Rappy focusing on the creeps, making sure that that last one did fall, and well, able to get up the second kill for it. And now with the wave push forward a little bit from all of that ability spam, they're able to pull this wave through. So top lane gone real nicely for Neon.
Yeah, Rappy's having a decent time here. 9-3 up against the 8-1 of 23 Savage. And it's the thing with this Ursa, you're going to have to be very, very careful. He just sort of jump forward there with the Earthshock and have no way of stopping the TP. So Rappy will just TP out in front of 23 Savage.
Nice understanding here from Neon as well on this bottom side. You can see DJ is positioning himself with that boost of speed to go for a bit of a courier snipe, but holding it underneath the tier 1
Getting
tower.
on top of Skem here. He does get the battery assault. They do throw out the blood right. They do have the ink swell on top as well. So DJ just cops a little bit of taps to the booty and just walks away from it. This is what I was talking about, Matt. DJ is very strong in this clockwork. This hero is so tanky. He has 800 HP, dude. He's level 2. Why does he have 800 HP? How is that fair?
I mean, Gripstroke's got 700. That's not bad.
Well, they're going to look for more here. DJ catches out with another Cogs as well as the battery assault. Looks like Isis is just going to stand in this. No, he's just going to blink to the front side of it. And they will be able to get the second kill, or the first kill in this lane for them. Januel has to be very, very careful. This Inksword did not get the stun, so DJ's just going to stand on top of him. Isis with the auto attacks as well as this dagger onto the Grimstroke. They have to be careful. Last auto attack probably will go down to the final Tixer. He's getting himself around the trees. Last auto attack from Isis. He's going to cop a decent damage from the tower, but he won't go down. So it's another double kill there for Fnatic. Well, a double kill for Fnatic.
Using a lot of their health and mana to do that, though, and we can see with DJ, they've got this cheeky Observer Ward revealing the bottom rune. Oh no, Yopaj, he just used his bottle to check up on the top side. He might be in trouble now.
Oh, nice play to get himself up onto the high ground, but DJ, he's level 3 now, so level 2 in the battery assault. Januel's moving in. Doesn't throw out the Inkswell because Yopaj didn't want to commit without another orb. So for now, Moon's just going to continue this Breathe Fire spam onto Yopaj's puck. Doesn't really have to worry about all too much now. He's got the double racer build, 2 levels in the Dragon's Blood. More than happy to stand here and tank whatever Yopaj wants to throw at him. You're going to need a rotation from probably the Pugner as well as the Tiny to try and get a kill onto Moon here. He's currently just free farming it out. 28-6 up against the 23-1. It looks like topside again. Oh, I missed another kill.
It's good timing for it, though. The aggression happening around that 5-minute mark. So play hard, pinging out the fact that the top bounty rune is going to be uncontested. But Yopaj is just saying, well, let me grab this one inside our tri-camp area, or I've got my bottle. Speaking of bounty runes, more aggression happening around the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, Grimstroke getting caught out again by DJ. Just walks out on top of him. Looks like mid lane.
What are you doing that deep?
Trying to do something there. He does not have phase shift. He does have another orb to get himself away from here. But Moon throwing out those auto attacks. The poison attacks doing a decent amount of dot damage. Would really like to get that final Breathe Fire for the solo kill on the puck. But Yopaj plays it just to the edge of his hero.
Play hard again, making another rotation onto Savage. Not quite level 6 yet, so can't dodge out the majority of that damage and tosses him back into Rappy.
That's a lot of damage. He's trying to get the TP away. Do they have anything else? No, they don't. Maybe if Rappy was able to have enough mana to use the Decrep and the Nether Blast on top, probably could have picked up the Ursa kill.
Just saying, he's got 2 mangoes. Could have done it.
Yeah. But they do bait out a TP. Well, not bait out, like they get a TP out of 23 Savage. That means he has to walk back, so he's going to spend probably just as much, if not more time walking back to lane, and now he's going to go all the way to the jungle as well. So 23 Savage, he's had enough of this. He's going to head himself into the jungle and be like, alright boys, I'm not going to come out until I have a few more items. Especially because he is going for this Battlefield build as well.
I'm liking this from ISS as well, realizing the importance of picking up the bottle for himself. Mid lane doesn't need it, so you need someone on your team to be able to contest, and you always want to be fit and healthy when coming up against this Bloodseeker.
Speaking of Skem, he used that Blood Rage at the misopportune time. 23 Savage just being in the right place at the right time. So he was able to pick himself up a bounty. If only that helped you in-game.
Would be nice.
Imagine if that was it, like you got an extra XP bonus or something from it.
I mean, that just enables. It's like the next tiny airlines, right? I don't want anything that can enable griefing even more.
That's true. Scam's gonna try and do what he can. It was you know, another idea for Ice Frog out there. I know you're listening, buddy. So, yeah. If we get to the next one.
TP DJ up to this top side, so they're trying to make a play happen up here.
Oh, they're trying to get something done here on the 23 Savage. He's getting caught inside of the cogs there. They do take out the Pugner though, and they're trying to take down the Tiny. Play hard. Didn't have enough HP to try and beat out 23 Savage there. So the Ursa picks up another one. He thought he was going to go down. It looks like on the bottom side as well. They're trying to take down Ice. Sonic Wave tried to pick up a kill, but unfortunately for Fnatic, he wasn't able to get anybody. So he dies. Moon has to TP away with that Dragon form as well. He's just going to head towards that mid lane and try and take down this T1 tower.
I think it's fine. I don't think he even needs to take out the tower, right? You just need to push it out, make sure these creeps are getting denied up to the tower, not giving experience over to Yopaj, but he's able to move quickly enough that that's not going to happen.
He's got a lot of mobility on the puck, so it's, you know, more than okay for him. So Moon's just going to continue to put pressure on this tier 1 tower here, trying to use the dregs of his dragon form.
Yeah. Corrosive Breath, real handy this early on. Look at this cheeky little heel creep, just standing next to Savage with the Divine Favor aura.
Oh, Rappy, he's in trouble. DJ with the Envious Rune gets on top of the Pugner. Yeah, you might be decrept, but they've got the battery assault, so we'll be able to take that down. 23 Savage has to use the Enrage, but he's going to get chased down here by the Bloodseeker, who's trying to get the TP away. Do they have enough damage? No! 23 Savage gets himself away, and Yopaj makes himself known. Oh, I do hear a Dream Call out on the DJ on the backside. He's quite tanky here on the Clockwork. 10-1 charges as well. Don't get him stuck inside of the Blood Right. Oh, that Stroke of Fate doesn't hit either. Playhard's trying to get on top of him, but no. DJ carrying a lot of space here on this Clockwork. I think he eventually will go down. Do they have enough damage? No, they don't. Oh, they do! Playhard throws an avalanche from downtown, just clips onto the TP and Clockwork, and DJ goes down.
It's a heavy commitment, though, it has to be said, just to kill the DJ Clockwork. 4 heroes rotating down, and all the while, Ice, he's down on this bottom side. He's up onto his level 7. Sure, he's died the one time, but he's been involved in 4 kills. Meanwhile, Pugner having died a couple of extra times, and this pressure's starting to ramp up on the bot side of the map.
Yeah, Moon's just going to try and use this Dragon Form to get a little bit more damage on this tier 1 tower. Ice has no boots. He's going to go straight for a mech on Queen of Pain. I don't know how much I enjoy this build, but we'll see if it works out for Ice here on the Queen of Pain. They're putting a lot of damage onto Scam on the backside here. Play hard. He's found out a few friends, but unfortunately they're not friends that want to play with him, and he takes another trip to the fountain. DJ is the conductor for that one. Yopaj is here as well. With the Dream Call, going to try and see if he can catch anybody, but wants a Bounty Rune instead.
Bottom tower's gone. Opens up a whole lot more of the jungle, especially for this Ursa going into the Battle Fury build. That's going to be a big deal for escalating 23 Savage's farm. And they're just trying to get
Ice. He does get caught out here by the Rupture, but Yopaj has to use the Dream Call defensively now to try and get himself away. He does phase shift dodge one of the spells, and then unfortunately he gets found out by DJ, who seems to have the trigonometry down pat.
I just want to know where the rest of Neon were. They're typically so great around playing with each other, and you would think with catching 2 of the cores inside of a Dream Coil, that's the type of team fight that you want to take, but just backing off and not quite as mind melded as the Neon of yesterday.
They're not the one brain. They are now 5 brains. Do you think that could come down to the fact of them not having, having Rapi now?
Potentially. Raging Potato is a little bit of a different style. He plays, again, that aggressive, flashy style that we see from the likes of Cuckoo and Ice, and, well, Pugner's not exactly known for the flashy style of plays.
That is true. Maybe they're just not playing to their strengths here. Maybe Rapi's just... Maybe it's just like, maybe, you know, Raging Potato, like, has an extra voice for Neon, and it allows them to play around it. But either way, it looks like Fnatic are going fairly strong here in this first game. You know, maybe 23 Savage isn't having the best Ursa game of his life, but everybody else seems to be pulling their weight here for Fnatic. What is Ice building? I'm very confused. He's going for a Blade Mail now, I guess?
Has he got the mech finish?
He has a Chainmail and another Bracer.
Just Ice things, you know?
I mean, I enjoy watching him play, and this is one of the reasons. Is you look at this and you go, this we know this guy is good. We know he's really good, but why? Why is he doing like? What is the thought process behind this?
No, he's gone back for the mech. I think it's totally fine. He doesn't even have boots right now. Like, he's just going for the... Look, I'm just going to blink
Yopaj. He's getting caught in the mid lane here. This nice little play there by DJ. They're getting the chain stuns down, and they take down the puck. They're going to get stuck in the blood right here, but it doesn't matter because Moon's got the DD rune. They get the rupture out on the Dragon Knight, but who wants to walk up to the Dragon Knight? Looks like nobody does here from Neon, and they're just going to have to run behind their tier 1 tower. And Fnatic, they're going to be able to take this down. Big rotation from them, and Moon doing a lot of work here on this Dragon Knight already.
Yeah. DJ, the Yapsaw of Southeast Asia, is just like, ooh, free farm on the top side of the map. He's very happy to clean that one up there, and, well, already has the Urn of Shadows available, and with all these rotations that they're making right now on Fnatic, those charges are going to start to stack up real quick.
Well, it looks like we see another Sonic Wave coming out from ISS. This time it connects with a courier. Connected with a few heroes as well, but didn't get the kill for it.
Handy to have. They've even called in DJ here on this Clockwork to try and make a play happen. Hook shot available in 5 seconds time, and yeah, I think you don't always need to even get a kill there with the Ice Sonic Wave being used. Sure, it connected onto a courier, but also 2 heroes, so forcing them back, stemming the aggression somewhat for a little bit, and Ice, he's only 1,000 gold away from picking up his Battle Fury.
Well, looks like they're coming into the backside here. DJ comes in with a hook shot. They were trying to aggress onto Fnatic. They come in onto ISS. He gets burnt down, and same with DJ. So Scam on the backside looked for him, but it looks like Rapi's the one that picks up the kills. Jabs is the one that gets ruptured. They don't have a way of stopping this TP. Unless... Yeah, no, they don't. They just don't have a way. Playhard was trying to get close, but there was a lot of creeps in the way.
They're not interested in chasing up these Chen creeps either, so they're going to get away. Live to fight another day. A little bit confusing, honestly, for Fnatic to go in. I can see why they wanted to make that play. Just create more attention on them, a little bit less on Savage. Make sure he's able to get the farm he needs to finish up that Battle Fury, which I believe is coming out to him either now or shortly. And, well, surely you can just wait for them to make a move towards where he's farming and then try and counter-initiate with that. But just opting to go in with a few less tools at their disposal. And paying the price for it.
It does feel that way. So 4,000 net worth lead already here for Fnatic. Feels like the tale of a lot of these games is early leads lead to victories. We'll see what can get done here for Neon, whether or not they can start to pull this game back. Yopaj going towards the top side, just having a little bit of aggression onto Ice.
Misses with the hook shot there on DJ, so Jonuel, he's going to live. And gets the nice D-ward off, so going to be able to TP through and perhaps catch out with the counter-initiations through from Neon. Although it's going to be a while until Playhard picks up that Blink Dagger, still 1,800 gold away.
Jonuel, if he gets caught out here, they have a Purge and they have a net creep as well. 23 Savage in the area, he can make a connection for them, but Neon, they put a lot of bodies towards this warding area, so the rest of Fnatic have to walk out. So 5 heroes now. Skim doesn't want to be a part of that smoke. Says, boys, so creeps are in front of me. I better hit them.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? They've gone this Bloodseeker build which needs kills to be able to stay at the same level of farm, and they just haven't got it yet. Savage.
23 Savage. He's getting caught out here. They have the silence and they have the decrypt. They've got the Sucky on top. Hand of God's doing a little bit of work, but not enough. So Neon, they get themselves a big kill onto 23 Savage, but Moon, he's firstly picked up Blink Dagger, so he wants to try and get some more kills with it. He's leashed up here as well. Ice comes in, does a lot of damage there with the Sonic Wave, but Moon is getting very, very low. They have to be careful that they don't lose more cores than they need to.
Skem's so fast.
Skem's finally come in here. Look at how fast he is. Sonic, he's trying to get rid of these heroes. He's going to get rid of one, he's going to get rid of 2, and he's looking for a 3rd. Jabs, the next one on the list here for the Bloodseeker. Yeah, just hiding some trees, buddy. You're certainly going to go down. The Blood Right goes down. And they take that. Yopaj gets himself a double kill. And we're talking about Scam. Oh, it's alright, I'm going to hit some creeps. He was gigabraiding us, Matt. What he wanted to do was he was waiting until he was so fast that he instantly joined the fight.
Yeah, I think he was up to something like 700 movement speed in that team fight. Something ridiculous. And, well, good team play from Neon to be able to catch out. That'll push him a whole lot closer to some of these key timings now. You've already got the Aether Lens available on Rapi. He's going into the 4-staff to be able to protect against this Clockwork. And it felt like when they were taking the more favorable team fights, DJ was just standing right on top of him. But when they went for that engagement in mid, He was stuck away from him, allowed him to get the full life drain, and then again on that top side, just not able to position themselves in time to be able to save 23 Savage.
Yeah, it was just a good chain set of CCs there on a 23 Savage, meant that we also really couldn't get anything done, and that's how the fight started off for them. I think ISO took a lot of damage just from the Pugna Wood. Throughout that Sonic Wave, throughout a Scream of Pain as well, and that was a lot of his HP basically gone just by jumping in there. And then obviously Moon, all he's got is that Blink Dagger, so he wants to be the initiator. He is tanky, but it's starting to get to the point where the damage is starting to scale here for Neon. So they can really put a bit of pressure on this Dragonite, especially if he's standing 1v5 some of the time.
Yeah, I mean, this Bloodseeker was about 2,000 gold behind these cores on Fnatic's side. Now, it's still about 1,000 or so, but it's not the worst situation to be in. That's a solo kill? No, they had the...
Yopaj was there.
They had the help. But still, handy to keep Ice a little subdued. This, well, selfless build is suffering somewhat. Maybe requiring a bit of that movement speed that comes from boots.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, his mech was on cooldown, well, off cooldown, so potentially maybe he didn't use it. I don't know. Either way, he got burst out, didn't really get much say in the way. So Yopaj finally connecting with one of his cores to be able to get the kill here. Skem's going to move towards a Maelstrom of his own. Looks like Fnatic, they want to try and get something done here with a haste rune. But Moon doesn't find much.
Nope. And in a bit of a reversal of fortune, you've got Neon able to be taking additional objectives on the side of the map that they want. Pushing in this top side. They're saying, right, well, if you want to make these deep moves into our jungle, sure, you can probably put a little bit of pressure onto our tier 2 tower, but it's not going to be for no cost.
Yeah, they've got their own pushes on the side here of Neon. They're going to be able to take down a outpost. Yopaj is really good at pushing creep waves, and then Pugna's obviously just great at pushing creep waves and towers. So, as you said, doesn't come for free here for Fnatic. And Moon about halfway through here on his level 2 dragon form. So if they want to take a fight, they would like to take it now. It looks like 23 Savage is more than happy to sit and farm. Neon, you can throw a blanket over these blokes right now. They are so close together, but they want to come forward. That's a big blink coming out from Moon. There's another Dream Core come down here from Yopaj DJ with the hook shot into the backside. They get the toss out from Skem, so he gets outside of the cogs. Sonic Wave is doing a decent amount of work, but Sucky Comes in there from Rappy on the backside. They're going to be able to take down DJ, or can they? No, it doesn't look like they can. Skem's picked up one. He's looking for another one. 23 Savage made his way into this fight. Yopaj standing in the front side. We do have Enraged still here on a 23 Savage. Yasha as well as the Battle Fury, so he can do a decent amount of damage. Oh, he's going to have to turn back around here to get the other side of the Blood Rite. Doesn't look like he can. They've turned back in. They've taken down Play Hard, and 23 Savage standing in man moding. But he lost that Chad fight. Unfortunately, Moon's going to have to TP himself away for this. And on the other side, Ice gets himself a kill on a Januel, but it looks like he's not going to pay the price for it. So, getting boots, not dying. Coincidence? I think not.
I think not. Man, that Maelstrom paying huge dividends for Skem in that fight. With the Blood Rage up, he was, if you look at, a little bit low for the majority of it, but just able to chain up onto Jabs' creeps and be ready to rejoin and clean up a couple of kills towards the end there.
Yeah, it really seems like Skem is utilizing the amount of speed and the amount of damage that he gets from Thirst, or the amount of attack speed that he gets from Thirst, I should say. And really just coming in and destroying these fights. Feels like 23 Savage, yeah, he might be a little scary on this Ursa, but at the same time, he's running into these kiting problems. He's not really able to get on top of people. They've got the Decrep, they've got the Blood Rite to really abuse this Ursa.
They got the timings right as well, though, for taking that fight on Neon. The Soulbind being used to make sure they can't run away super swiftly. Perfect TP rotation coming from Yopaj to get the Dream Coil off. Honestly, fantastic counter initiation coming through from DJ, cutting off half the fight, but you called it perfectly. They tossed him outside of the cogs, made sure he was able to rejoin the team fight.
We'll see what's able to be done here for Fnatic. They have lost their big net worth lead. It's only 1,000 gold now.
And now you've got this Blink Dagger up on the Tiny, plus the clumsy net. It just means that you're able to play that much more aggressively.
Well, for now, Moon is walking himself through.
He's got the BKB this time, though.
Yep. So he'll just have to worry about that Rupture. Blood Rite's coming down as well. He's used his own BKB. Moon, he's not going to get anything out of this. And that's a 10-second BKB for nothing. And the Dragon Fall.
Yeah, a little premature. It means that he might want to force a commitment down to his bottom side, but no. They're just going to back up a little bit and be like, well, it kind of sucks, but let's at least get some farm out of it, maybe? Or go Roche.
Can they even do that much in the... I guess they have an Ursa, but 23 Savage is on the other side of the map.
They're calling him in. They're calling him in.
Neon. They found DJ here. They do get the Avalanche toss as well as the Inkswell out on top of the Clocker. Can they get rid of DJ that quickly? They've already found Ice Slice on the backside. That's a Decrep and a Sucky. Rappy picks up another one. DJ hookshots to the creep wave, but the toss comes in. They've got the vision from the Thirst.
Roche is going down, though.
Two. Yeah, 23 Savage is able to pick up the Aegis, so... Fnatic, they lose 2 heroes, but they get an Aegis for it. I guess it's not all, you know, doom and gloom for them, but Neon, they're really starting to put it here to Fnatic.
Yeah, realizing that they needed to make some sort of maximum efficiency play happen there, and, well, it wasn't maximum efficiency, but if you could give 23 Savage, who's holding on to the majority of your net worth, an extra life to play around, they're feeling like, all right, Ice, he's never really going to be the one to 1v5 this sort of situation. And yeah, with those extra boots picked up and the Guardian Greaves, he's going to be able to break out perhaps a bit more of this aggression coming through onto him. Those cheeky silences not going to be able to take him down 100% of the time anymore.
I could see that. He was tossing up a few of his item builds, so it seems now that he has committed to the Guardian Greaves. So, as you said, potentially could be a little bit less of an issue for him to deal with the decrep as well as the silences. So,
now, if Moon went for a play right now, they've still got about 10 seconds left on this Yopaj TP. He's pushed out the wave, so he's going to be able to...
Oh, scam. They found him out here, Moon, with the blink and the stun. They get him out with the decrep, but he's going to get stuck in here with the clumsy net. They're going to turn back around here. They have the soul bind. Yopaj sitting in front. They do come in with play hard, so they're going to burst one down. They get rid of DJ. They're trying to look for another one. Rappy sitting on the backside, getting the Sucky down, but it doesn't matter because it's only on 23 Savage. He has the Aegis, he gets decrep, so he's going to walk himself away. So you lose a pos 4, pour a pos 4. Yopaj looking for more here. Moon getting kited around a little bit here by the little Fairy Dragon. They come back in with the decrep on top. That's a lot of damage. They're taking out the Grimstroke. Rappy tries to do what he can with the second Sucky, but unfortunately doesn't finish that one off. So Fnatic getting themselves 2 support kills, meaning they can now take down a tier 2 tower.
Able to get that re-engage, and it just shows how important the burst damage potential is, you know, forcing that TP out from Yopaj, but this time around he's playing on the back foot. You need to wait that 3 seconds for the TP to complete, and that's enough to be able to take the control over that team fight. Not even having fantastic vision either, so just being able to play on that high ground. This is Revenge of the Sith all over again.
I've always waited for a legitimate good use of that line.
I wouldn't call it good use that time around. I was stretching a little bit.
it was slightly better than some of the really poor attempts that even I've done. You know, it's always good. But we'll see.
Have they found here? It's Ice one more time, but yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to get away. Or will he?
Oh, he almost made it out there. Essence Ring seems to be pretty balanced there, Ice Frog. Put that one down on the list to change for the next patch, but they found him again because they have the vision with the Thirst. And Januel picks that one up. Yopaj thought he got that one, but fortunately enough for him, he didn't.
I mean, it's a lot of regen, right? With that Guardian Greaves, picking up the extra health regen once you're so low, and the Essence Ring, of course, doing a lot of work, but yeah, you can't really run away against a Bloodseeker draft, that's for sure.
I thought maybe the Guiding Grease was able to push him over the threshold there for Skem, but unfortunately for ISSIS, it didn't work out. So they found a decent amount of creeps here from the champ, so they're going to be able to clear those up. So fortunately, Jabs is going to have to reinvigorate his army a little bit here. But Neon, they're starting to put themselves on the front foot, even though there's 2,000 net worth lead here for Fnatic. It really does feel like Neon are putting them to the sword in a lot of these team fights, right?
They are, but they need to be careful about fighting around this Aegis for the next minute and 10 seconds. You can see that Fnatic, they're positioning themselves to try and make something happen, and, well, wisely enough on Neon's side, they're trying to push out this bottom tier 1 at least. It's not super high priority for Fnatic, so they're okay to let it go, provided that they get an equivalent trade from it, and I think a Glyph, they're very happy to give that sort of thing up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, for now, Yopaj is... I don't know what he's doing. He's circling around no man's land right now. He's looking for something. Gonna try and cut the mid creep wave, it looks like.
Radiant's top tower has
Just
fallen.
gonna try and stop the amount of pressure that Fnatic are putting on these towers. But speaking of Fnatic and tower pressure, they're gonna take the tier 2 tower top. This Aegis should be running out fairly soon here for 23 Savage. He has his
They
Sultan
found
finished
Quap
up.
again. Dream Coil used.
He's
TP's
pretty
coming
tanky
back.
though with the Essence Ring as well. They're coming in, they're turning back around. Moon tries to go onto the Pugner and they get rid of him. So there's no more Pugner left here for this team fight. Neon, they hit the eject button. They lost Rapi, so they're like, we don't want to fight this anymore. So ISO Size with the big power baits there.
Dire's middle tower
Not terrible. I mean, it means that you don't have to fight into this Aegis directly. It's going to expire right now. 23 Savage gets his Sanch and Yasha delivered at the exact same time. He's still got the Wraith Band available, and now he's hit up
Oh,
onto
play
his...
hard. Gets the blink away though. So Moon's trying to follow him in the trees here with the rocket flare vision. They don't have another
shot.
blink to catch out on top. Boom.
Not anymore.
Well-
They're in the lower bracket.
That's what Neon's trying to do right now. They're going to try and figure out what's cooking by taking themselves up on a series against Boom Esports if they are able to topple Fnatic here. But right now, this game feels extremely close. You know, a few of these team fights are going one way, the next team fight's going the other way. 23 Savage picking up an Orb of Destruction now. Means that he's going to be doing a lot more damage, and I feel like this Ursa's going to start becoming scary in these team fights. So Neon are going to have to be very, very mindful that 23 Savage has finally entered the game.
Ooh, some big timings coming through here for Neon. Not only the Aghanim Scepter, which of course can be used to great effect with the Tiny, just toss them straight out of it and they're screwed. But Mjolnir as well, already attacking so quickly here with Skem, both with his talents as well as his item build and that Drums of Haste. But even Rapi here having the spider legs is going to be able to put himself in a relatively safe position unless he gets caught out.
They're going to run smoke into smoke here. 23 Savage gets Avatos up into the air, but play hard. That's the walk back. Rappy there, helping his homie out there with the life drain. But
Oh,
Moon.
Moon.
Oh, he broke the Dream Coil. That's not good for him. He doesn't get his BKB off. Neon. They pick up a big kill there. 70 seconds with no Dragonite now. Fnatic. Giving the Neon an opening here. They're going to look for something, but what can they turn this into? They really want to try and get an objective. Want to try and put more pressure on a Fnatic here. Still a decent amount of tier 2 towers to get done.
I reckon this top outpost is a good enough objective to be able to contest. Yopaj is going to be able to push out this bottom wave a little bit. Still 20 seconds until he's going to be able to join his team. But just maximizing his presence on the map. They're going for a little bit of a cheeky play here, but I don't know how aggressive Fnatic can go.
Oh, Fnatic, they've brought in 23 Savage. They want to try and get this outpost. Sonic Wave comes down. They do stop that outpost getting done for now. Play hard. Gets a friendly Sucky, so he gets himself a little bit healthier. DJ, decrep on him. He's going to get himself back, but the BKBs had to be used here from Skem. Ice, he's not walking with his Ursa, so he can't get on top of anybody. They both get double ruptured here. DJ misses the hook shot. So both teams are kind of just awkwardly walking in and out, missing a few spells, trying to get what they can.
Yeah,
So
Neon needs to
Fnatic-
run now.
They come out on top of... Who really comes out? I think that was a pretty even trade, right?
Did they pop the BKB? Yeah, they did on 23 Savage. So a little bit annoying, but I think you would probably want to get more out of a 5v4 situation if you're Neon. They didn't get the outpost. They didn't get any kills. It's neutral. It's a bit of a stalemate.
Well, both teams now just waiting for that next opening. I really do feel like Fnatic are starting to pull their lead a little bit closer. I'm just waiting for this ticking time bomb of Ursa. It looks like bottom side, they're going to try and go onto Ice again. The Bald Queen of Pain. Going to lose his life. No, Hand of God. And the Blink away. Gets the Essence Ring off as well. And the Guardian Greave to go down. They do figure out exactly where he is. But now, getting himself high enough HP that he doesn't have to worry about it.
And you laughed at this build on Ice.
I questioned it, Matt. I questioned it. Now I have my answers. Thank you, Ice.
He's going to be able to rejoin this team fight as well. He's being recalled in by jabs, and, well, he's got everything at his disposal, essentially. Another 10 seconds, ultimates up, Greaves are up, Essence Rings up, and, well, maybe tier 2 towers going down.
He does have the 10% CDR talent as well, so... Let's be careful. Skem has a BKB at the ready. They do get the Dragon Tail out, but he blinked into the silence. They both did. No BKBs had to be used. They come in. Skem a little bit healthier now. He's trying to fall back, trying to get the kill on Ice, who eventually kills himself to the Pugner ward. So they lose their Ice, they lose their Guardian Greaves. They're going to try and get onto Moon, but on the backside, they've lost their Tiny. 23 Savage is able to clean that one up. With the BKB here on the Ursa, they have to be careful. They've lost both their supports here on the side of Neon. Even without Ice, they're going to want to back out.
Oh, Yopaj needs to be careful here. They
Oh, I
found
know
him.
where he is. Can DJ hit the hook? No.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
I suppose they just want to be able to deal a ton more damage, and it's really nice with an Ursa. I don't think the Nullifier's gonna do that much in the form of items. Like, sure, on this Pugna, you've got the Glimmer Cape as well as the 4-Staff, and I guess the Mjolnir as well. It's pretty handy to get rid of, but...
I guess it's more for the decrep, right?
Radiant's
Yeah.
barrier.
Like he can BKB off his own decrep and then purge whoever gets decrep.
Yeah.
Is there any other buffs that are purgeable? Is Bloodseeker's Blood Right purgeable? Yes, it is dispellable, so I guess you can dispel that. I don't know why you would. But we'll see. I guess it's kind of a blanket response to the Pugna, right? He's like, I can't get decrept, and I can kill anybody who gets decrept, so...
Big team fight, double damage Ursa. He's inside the Nether Ward range, but he's not really all that scared just yet.
Copping a lot of damage there. They do come in. Oh, they missed the
missed.
Dream Coil. Nobody gets stunned with that. And Playhard is going to cop a lot of damage. And he's going to cop a trip to the fountain. And they're going to get rid of the Pugna as well. Rappy goes down. And Fnatic, after missing the Dream Coil, they pounce on that opportunity. And they get themselves 2 kills right now. Isosize is trying to create a little bit of space here. Skem does a lot of damage. They do get the silence out onto the Queen of Pain. But this is more space for the Roshan to be done. They get the Aegis, they get the cheese. They're looking for Skem on top. He has to use his BKB. He's going to TP away. They get rid of the Grimstroke. And that's it. They got themselves an Aegis and they're going to hit a tier 2 tower. They're probably going to try and hit the tier 3 towers as well.
Yeah, some huge value. BKB not up for the next minute. DJ again with a perfect counter initiation, blocking off those stairs down to the Roche pit. So even if that Dream Coil hit, you would think it was going to be a favorable fight for Fnatic.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that is true. It really does
Clear.
feel like Neon just copying the wrong end of some of these team fights here. 23 Savage is starting to become a bit of a scary hero. Doesn't have BKB, doesn't have that much mana either, so they're going to get the tier 3 tower. They get the buyout out of Rapi as well.
Dire's top tower
Fnatic say,
is under
that's enough for us, boys and girls. Let's fall back.
What is it that they're looking to purchase up? Like, what's the big turnaround thing that Neon could potentially build for themselves? It's looking like a butterfly for Skem, and it's understandable considering he still is essentially the sole source of any sort of physical damage coming through for Fnatic, and that's what's going to be needed to burst through these still relatively high duration BKBs. You got 7 seconds on both the Ursa and the DK.
And that is true. They can play around these BKBs decently well. They've got the Ags upgrade now for Moon, so he does have that unobstructed movement. Yopaj, he's in the trees. Do they know if he's here? Moon is looking. Doesn't have the invis. He does use the Black Dragon form. That Black Dragon looks sick, by the way. Just for everybody playing at home in chat. This is probably one of the coolest bits of cosmetics, but you know, Yopaj, he's going to lose his life. He tried his best, but DG outplayed him just a little bit more there with the blink, with the hook shot. So unfortunate there for the puck.
It's pretty strong, and as well, with that Black Dragon form, he did not go for the cooldown reduction, which I'm a little surprised about on this Moon DK. Just because you're able to sustain yourself for much more. Did they get any cooldown items? Maybe that's the reason. Because with both the Quickening Charm and the Talon, I think it's only like 25-second cooldown or something ridiculous on the Elder Dragon form, and we keep talking about the lack of non-physical damage right now on Neon's side.
Radiant's top tower
That magic resistance that you get from just being in the Black Dragon form means that it's a tough time to try and take down Moon.
Yeah, especially with, as you said, not really much physical damage here for the side of Neon. So if he's able to do that, we'll see what they can get
are under attack.
else done here inside of the base of Neon. Fnatic 23 Savage is going to sit on the front side. Getting decrept, getting blood righted. Blood rope. Blood smoke.
Blood written.
Blood written. Who knows? But either way, play hard. He's going to try and get the kill here on 23 Savage, but it doesn't matter because they got the nullifier. They're going to get rid of the Tiny very early on. There's no buyout here for play hard. He's just dead for 50 seconds.
They tried to get the Glimmer Cape 4-staff off, but Nullifier says, no, 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 you cannot do that.
And they're going to lose 2 lanes of Rax here, and this looks like Fnatic's going to be able to take down the first game here up against Neon.
Yeah, still a minute and a half available left on that Aegis, and Savage hits onto level 25 as well, so the additional overpower attacks, they realize that, sure, it's nice to have the AoE Earthshock, but right now you're just about taking towers.
Yeah, especially with that Aegis in his back pocket as well. I'm more than happy to start whacking away. Moon, DD Rune, Black Dragon. There's a lot of damage here to these towers. Actually, it's probably Purple Dragon. I'm going to call it Purple Dragon. Moon with the Purple Dragon. They're going to clean up this third lane of Rax here. There's not really much that Neon can do. Yeah, they do have Play Hard coming back now, but look at how much damage these buildings are taking. They do have the repair kit. Looking forward here. Yopaj comes in with the Dream Core. Moon does not snap it. They get the Soul Blind on the backside as well. Isocide's free to walk in, try and get whatever he can done here. They have to get the Mjolnir out onto Scam. He's trying to do what he can on the backside, but they've already lost one. They're going to be losing a second one in Play Hard. They do get the buyout here from the Grimstrike. 23 Savage still on the front side. Still has the Aegis. BKB being used. Scam's the next one to die. 90 seconds without their Bloodseeker. See you later, nerds, indeed. GG has been called, and Fnatic take the first game here up against Neon Esports in the BTS Pro Series. Neon are only 1 game away from potentially dropping out of the tournament, and Fnatic 1 game away from meeting their friends in that final game, the World Bracket final.
Yeah. It was a dominant display coming through from Fnatic. I just kept thinking, how is this Bloodseeker going to be enabled once it does get later on into the game? And it just felt like he never really had much of a presence other than that 1, maybe 2 big team fights where people were sitting low on HP. But if you've gone this tanky build with the Ursa, with the Guardian Greaves on the Queen of Pain, lucky enough to pick up the Essence Ring, and then of course you've also got the Chen at your disposal. Good luck getting him low enough to make that sort of impact happen more than once or twice.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll have to see if Neon Esports can drag this back to a 3rd game, or will Fnatic clean this up in a 2-0 and meet their date with Boom Esports. We'll see you guys on the other end of this break.